All right, so dinner is all finished. I'm making it super simple. I'm going to do a freeze-dried meal, and this is a peak refill venison country casserole. And I threw in rosemary, sage, salt and pepper, some red onions, green onions, and that'll be dinner tonight. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so the moon's out. This camera, it's at limitations right now for filming at night. But yeah, so the moon's out. It's cutting in and out of the trees. The sky's got a little bit of red to it from the smoke. So the moon's not quite white. It's got a little bit of a color to it, which is kind of nice. And this camera won't pick it up, but stars are starting to come out in the trees. It's gonna be a really nice night for laying in the bivvy and staring up at the stars. It's cold up here. It's the fall, so the sun's going down a little earlier than it was in the summer, and the nights are getting cold, and so I brought in that 0 degree sleeping bag. Hopefully that should help. So we'll see how tonight goes, but I mean, it's cold up here for sure. It's already in the 40s, and it's like 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, I'm starting to get the chills. But there's when you spend enough time in the mountains, there's like things that you notice that you normally don't notice. So one thing I learned is I used to, in school they taught you like, oh, there's owls flying around and predators, birds and stuff. But believe it or not, there's still like I've seen blue jays sometimes hunting at night, and I've seen some robins, hopping around. And so, when it's really, really quiet outside and you're in the forest, sometimes what you're hearing is you're hearing birds hop around, and they're not really saying anything. And so sometimes you'll have that, and sometimes you'll have a pine cone fall from a tree, and tonight there's range cattle out in the distance. You can hear them. They're mooing here and there, and then maybe once in a while you might get a deer cutting through. So yeah, it's a big learning experience staying out here in the mountains than just staying like maybe in a campground. So just little things I've been learning over the last year and two. It's been really nice trying to learn this stuff. So, but there is times though, if you when it's really dark and quiet and you let your mind wander, yeah, you can those little sounds sometimes get to you. So sometimes you got to bring some earplugs, throw them in, and not think about it. But yeah, it is. As soon as that moon passes, it's going to be really dark out here. So, all right, well, a few more minutes, break out that bivvy and settle in for the night. So those range cattle are just not too far away from me. They're just over there in that valley, and you can hear them talking. They were talking all last night, and they were mooing, and they're mooing right now. And I'm out trying to find some, like a cat, I'm trying to find some sun. It was uncomfortably cold last night, so I'm out walking a little bit in the sunshine trying to warm up. It was it was in the 20s last night, like probably like 25, 26 if I remember. And right now it's 32 degrees, 0 degrees Celsius. So if you're in the sun, you're good. If I walk over into the shadows, it gets cold really, really quick. So, good morning, everybody. Yeah, so just it's gonna be a slow morning. I'll make breakfast here in a little bit and start riding. I was gonna get up earlier, but I mean, it's fall, so I'm gonna have to adjust my time schedules as I go through it. It doesn't look cold up here. I know the sky's blue. There's no snow on the ground, but it's definitely cold. It's, the mountains up here are kind of strange. This looks the same as Old Station and Hat Creek, and that area at nighttime is about 20 to 25 degrees warmer. And so, yeah, it's just kind of interesting, the difference. It's not that too far. Elevation's a little different, not too bad, but up here it's always cold. It's got that east and west wet cold. So at nighttime that dew point drops, and it's the wetness that gets through your bones and just cold. So yeah, so a few more minutes, get motivated, try to make some breakfast. Hopefully I'll find a nice sunny spot to do it. And then, start riding for the day. Gonna add a little more pepper. I like pepper. I'm gonna add a little smoked paprika. Can't talk today. You know the thing. Paprika. There we go. Smoked, of course. Bacon, egg, and cheese scramble, freeze dried. Throw this whole thing in here. Ooh, handle's getting hot. Gonna throw in a little cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, freeze dried. Got to be like one of the sharpest knives I've had in a while. It's like, what was those? I'm trying to remember, what was those commercials? Nugenzu knives. Infomercial where those guys were like, that guy was like cutting through pineapple and then sawing through a 2x4 with nails, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this really nice knife set. I'm just gonna decide, hey, honey, I got to cut through this 2x4. Can you go grab that Nugenzu? I think it was Nugenzu knives. It was hilarious, those infomercials, how they used to sell everybody. But yeah, this is a foldable knife. And man, it's definitely sharp. See if this avocado's any good. Look at that. Got a winner. Trying to do videos. Got a bad avocado. How do you recover from that? Having problems with my spork this morning though. Getting close. So breakfast is all ready. Recap, let me think this. Bacon, egg, and cheese, potatoes, tomatoes, avocado, green onions, salt, pepper, smoked paprika. Birds are chasing that blue jay. See that? I don't know if it picks it up. Nice. I'm gonna go explore something. So out here, there's these aspen every once in a while, and they're in the lava rock. And on the maps, sometimes it shows these are springs. Sometimes they don't say anything. So this one's got quite a bit of aspen in the rock. So I'm just gonna head across this field, and I want to take a quick look and see if there's any water there. But it's nice. Leaves are changing. Wow, I don't know if this camera's gonna pick it up. There are so many dragonflies in the sky right now. They're all just flying around. That's actually pretty cool. Bike somewhere over at that tree line. I was just interested in these aspen growing out of this lava rock. There's got to be a lot of water in, or maybe there's a pool underneath me for all this aspen to be growing out of this lava rock. Leaves are changing. Looks nice. All right, I gotta head. I got a little sidetracked, so let me start heading back. I was just curious. There's supposed to be whales and stuff out here, and I always wonder if, like, in the springtime, there's water coming out of here, flowing out to this field. So I'll mark it down on the map, maybe come in the spring and see. When you forget the words, so you make things up. Deep in the heart of Texas. So there's a well. Looks like they use wind to pull water up into the tank. There's a couple troughs in the distance, and it looks like there's a couple solar panels. So I'm pretty sure there's no water in it right now. I should probably just walk over real quick and take a look at it. There's no water. Oh, there's a little marker. So what we got? California Trail, Lassen Trail, Valley of Springs. So there's power switch. Yeah, so you could just probably turn it on, but let's see, fills the tank. Water lines going everywhere. Who knows how this thing works? No camping with 600 feet. Surprised you'd actually have to put that out here, but you know. All right, let me fix this. I don't have a shovel. I can at least stand it up, but come on, man. That's 100% fail. That was just pure laziness. Is that like 6 inches of, you only dug down like 6 inches and threw some concrete. Of course it was going to fall over. What's wrong with people, man? Where's your pride in your work? I believe I'm at the, based on the maps, I think at the top of a summit. But so the road starts going down that way to a valley. I came up this way. And yeah, it's lots of trees. Unfortunately, no good views, just trees. I'll be dreaming trees tonight, I'm sure, in my... No one ever dreams of cell phones, right? You never dream of being on a cell phone, but you can dream of trees.
So I rode out to today. This place, I don't know if you can, I don't know if it's called Hole in the Ground, right? So I'm there. I'm here. So I was thinking that maybe there was a big cavern and water, flowed into it like an opening, like a lava tube. But it's just a big grass field, and it's called Hole in the Ground. And I've walked all over this. I have not seen a hole in the ground. This all drains down to a fine point, and it looks like maybe the water, there's so much water going in maybe over there, but there's no hole, there's just a ditch. And there's a couple of pipes that go down the other valley. So yeah, this is, I'm scratching my head. I don't know why you'd call this hole in the ground. I guess I'm gonna have to come up here in the spring when this is full of water and see if there's anything magical about it, but so here's the end of that valley, and there's like a ditch with rock, and the only thing I could think of is maybe this got its name Hole in the Ground is this thing in the spring is like flowing of water, this field, all that water off the mountain comes down, hits here, just disappears. I've seen it once in my lifetime, kind of like this. It was Wasatch Mountains out of Utah, and we were really far back. There was this, and it was legit river flowing down, and it hit a granite wall, and it kind of swirled a little bit. It was like 50 by 50, or maybe it was like 50 by 100. It's been a long time, but yeah, the water was flowing really well, and it would go there and it just disappear and sink right there. It just stopped, full on river. Disappeared in the mountain, and we threw a couple sticks in, and sure enough they kind of floated out into that kind of pond slowly, and then they went down. So I'm sure if you fell in, you're not getting out. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it's like something like that. This whole thing drains down here, and this is porous enough underneath that it just goes right down in the mountain. That happened again. I think I got another dead battery. It won't shift. So take a few minutes and swap the batteries out, I guess. I think the hardest part is getting this stuff off. It's just contacts look clean. Yep. Dead battery. Make sure you got a spare, apparently. All done. See all the meat bees? Come on, guys. You guys gotta go. They bite. So many. It's like every time you stop. Look at all of them. It's got to be the salt. Got to get moving here a minute. Oh my gosh, it's like a swarm of these things. There's sections in here, it's so soft. As you're going, you can feel the bike just start drifting on top of this gravel. Just keep moving. doing one of these. Taking 5 minutes. I'm having fun. I'm tired. I'm dirty. Wind's blowing through the trees. Every once in a while you'll get that fresh pine tree smell. It's nice. For some reason, I'm craving one of those fancy hot dogs from the gas station. And that's sarcasm, because they're not fancy. It's a hot dog. And you'd think I'd be tired of hot dogs. I had so many hot dogs in high school. There was a gas station up the street from the high school. We used to go there and you could get 4 hot dogs for $1. And then a fountain drink. They had these refillable cups. If you washed you bought the cup, 32 ounces, 32 cents. So almost every day for lunch, went up to that gas station and got 4 hot dogs. I should have eaten that school lunch, I know, but yeah, you think I wouldn't want hot dogs after eating all those, but I'm craving one of those hot dogs from the gas station. I gotta find something better to eat, of course, but you get weird cravings out riding. Right now it's a fancy hot dog from the gas station. Well, I'm going to call it on this one. What a great day. I'm sunburned, windburned, tired, as usual. And I think tonight I'm going to experiment with some cooking. I'm going to do a raspberry crisp. Normally you should bake this. I'm going to see if I can do it in like that Vargo pot and see how it goes. So I'm going to do a little cooking later tonight for dinner. And so I will see you in the next one.